Hello everyone, welcome back to Edible Abundance Homestead. I'm Ginger. Today is July 17th and it is hot. Now, it's the hottest part of the day because this is when my toddler naps, so this is when I get a chance to go outside for more than, 5 or 10 minutes. But it's just hot. We're under a heat advisory. The lows at night are even hot. I came out last night at like 10 o'clock to lock up the chickens, and I stepped outside and I was like, ew, like it's just humid and hot and gross. The chickens are miserable. I am refilling their waters with cold water a couple times a day. I'm spraying water in their run to just try to kind of help cool things down a little bit. They don't get good shade here, which is really unfortunate because where I wanted to put the chicken coop was over there in that shady corner. However, when we called the county zoning commission or whoever it was, a chicken coop has to be at least 50 feet from your property line. It was very tempting to just put it over there anyway, but it would have been right on the property line. Now, the trees over here are actually a buffer zone with one of the developments, and then we would have still been close to the neighbor behind us, their property, but there's a huge fence running along their property line. I don't think anyone would have complained, but we didn't want to take the risk. So it's like right here in the middle of the scorching sun with no shade. I tried to plant a tree to give them some shade. You can see how well that went. I'm actually thinking if I can hit up someplace like Lowe's that will have their fruit trees on clearance, or even any trees on clearance. If I can get a couple of cheap trees, even though this isn't really the best time to plant them, I might grab them and just stick them in here and see if I can get anything to grow. I have no idea what killed that tree over there. I had it protected. I've got some chicken wire wrapped around the base. It was doing fine, and then this year it's like the leaves fell over winter and they just never grew back. So anyway, this is getting long already. I was just going to show you a couple of quick things, and here I am chatting. So anyway, the first thing, which is very exciting, I've got sunflowers that are almost ready to bloom. It's so exciting. Almost all of them. That's the most advanced one, but they're all very, very close. According to Facebook, I posted a picture last year, like a week ago. I had blooms, and so I knew everything was kind of late, and that just kind of confirmed it that everything's late. The other thing is, remember the squash plant that I didn't plant? Apparently the chickens planted it. So it looks really sad and droopy because it's so hot, but it actually looked pretty good this morning before it got blazingly hot, and it has a little fruit on it. Oops, I just knocked the flower off. Who knows what kind of a cross that is? I don't know what it is. We're going to see what it grows into. It's not hurting anything over here, so I figure we might as well just let it grow and see what comes of it. So that's fun. I've still been harvesting squash. I feel mid-July, I think this is the longest I've ever had squash plants still producing. I have had a couple I pulled out because they just got taken down by the vine borers. The giant jumbo squash plant over here, so it had grown with like 3 main stems in 3 different directions, and you can see there's only 2 there now. I actually cut one of them off because that side of the plant was almost completely dead, and I was worried that if I left it, it would take the whole plant down, and at least if I cut it off, maybe the rest of the plant would survive for a little while longer, and it's actually doing pretty good. Like I said, suffering from the heat, but not dying. I mean, it doesn't look great. It's not the peak of health. It's not a model of a healthy squash plant, but it's doing pretty good. Next, sunflowers. Look at this sunflower. It's amazing. I'm starting to see the start of a bloom on it. We're joking that we'd have this huge sunflower and it would never ever bloom, but I can see where it's getting ready to bloom on the top. This is unbelievable. So this giant plant, that little plant, Planted those seeds on the same day at the same time. They're in the same general area. The little plant maybe doesn't get watered quite as well. Same thing happened, you know, the cucumbers on that side didn't do as well. They're just starting to start to climb the trellis over there. Actually, you can barely even see them. So yeah, I don't know if it's the shade or if it was, like I had said before, this is a kind of the corner. Maybe the chickens didn't get over there, didn't get enough fertilizer over there. I don't know. Something I need to be thinking about for next year though, because everything just did really poorly on that side. But anyway, this sunflower, I don't even know. 7 feet tall, 8 feet tall? I bet it's probably 8 feet tall. How tall? Well, I bet my cattle panel here that's got to be about 6 feet because I'm 5'8". So that's probably 6 feet, and it's well above that, 7 or 8 feet tall. I think it's fun. It's definitely the biggest one we have, although there are a couple over by the chicken run that are also quite tall. Okay, so I did a little watering yesterday. I did not water the tomatoes because honestly I didn't have time. So I kind of was trying to prioritize my okra plants here. Super sad and droopy, not looking good. So I watered them yesterday. They looked worse than that yesterday, believe it or not. I watered the cucumbers and the melons on the trellis and also the melons on the ground because I was thinking cucumbers need a lot of water, and maybe that was part of our lack of cucumber issue, was that I wasn't watering. So I've been trying to come out here and actually water them pretty close to daily. I mean, I've got a few on the table. I have some refrigerator pickles going. I haven't had enough to actually can yet, which is super sad. So I also have in amongst my corn, which is getting tassels, yay! I have 3 more cucumber plants. Let me get down here and show you. Planted amongst the corn. So super sad. I watered them yesterday too. I might have to give them a bit more water today. So maybe we'll get a later harvest. I mean, by this time last year, I was getting so many cucumbers I couldn't even keep up with them. And now we're getting hardly any. So it's gardening. It's the way it goes. But yeah, so trying to figure out how to get enough cucumbers to make some pickles. And then the last thing I'm going to show you. So I showed you the cherry tomatoes. I meant to bring a bag out with me today. I still want to put a bag over the blue gold berry plant, and so I can prevent cross-pollination and save some seeds from it. I need to get that done. Okay, so this front row that I'm at here, this is my Dr. Wykes row, and these are just beautiful, big, beautiful tomatoes on these plants. I'm very, very happy with this variety. It's my first year growing it. This one I'll actually be picking today. I need to find like clippers or something because I don't want to risk damaging that branch, because so many these branches have so many heavy tomatoes on them that I feel like they're kind of perilous right there, putting all that weight on these branches. Now, the other huge, huge, huge tomatoes that I've been getting, I could never remember the name, and I think I've several times been out here taking a video like, crap, I can't remember the name of this. So these huge, beautiful tomatoes here are called Nature's Riddle. They were a free seed from Baker Creek. This one right here has to be 2 pounds. I mean, it's super cat-faced. I'm actually feeling, doesn't feel like it's rotten. Let's see. Doesn't feel like it's rotting underneath there, but it's got some holes in it. And then this one too. Look at that guy. Anyway, Nature's Riddle. Now, I've got this one, and I've got another one that I'm going to walk towards, hopefully without falling. You know, you get a free seeds. I'll plant just about anything and just to give it a try. So that's kind of what I did. I was like, yeah, they're pretty. They look nice. This will be fun. Maybe we'll love them. Maybe we won't. I grow enough tomatoes. It doesn't really matter. It's worth a shot. I'm really happy with them. They produce some really nice big tomatoes. Here's the other one. This one Again, just some nice big tomatoes. They are streaky. They get like, they're like kind of a yellow tomato, but then they get like red streaks coming up from the bottom, from the blossom end. And when you cut them open, the inside is like mottled yellow and red also. They're a cool tomato. I like them. I never would have chosen that variety of tomato, I don't think. Like, I never would have tried it if I hadn't just happened to get that pre-seed package. So thanks, Baker Creek. These have had, like I said, the ones I'm showing you, these giant ones, are pretty cat-faced. But I have had quite a few that were not, that were perfectly fine. So I'm seeing some more. I don't know if you can, yeah, some more. Those are the Amish paste tomatoes looking close to ready. I might actually go through and pick some of those right now, today. My cherry tomato alley is a mess because I need to, oh no, one of my branches broke. Okay, I need to tie these up. I ran out of the, oh man, that fell. I ran out of the survey tape and I need to get more. So I wasn't tying up because I haven't made it to like Lowe's or any place like that lately. But yeah, so this, I need to get some more survey tape and I need to tie these up better. They're so far above the top of this cattle panel, I'm not really sure what to do. Anyway, I see a lot of tomatoes that I could pick. I'm going to see if I can come up with some sort of string I can use to hold things up so nothing else breaks. And I'm going to go get a baggie, and I don't have a good one. I know what I want to use, and we used to have some and I can't find them, and they're like little tiny mesh. They give like wedding favors in them sometimes. We had some, and I'm pretty sure I went on a cleaning spree and got rid of all of them. And so I have a mesh produce bag that's huge, and I think I'm just going to throw it over the top of the plant and mark which flowers, you know, have been covered so that I can save the seeds. And then I'll have blue goldberry seeds for next year. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.